Hare Krishna everyone. So today I want to share one such thing with all of you which brought a lot of change in my life and a formula that helped me a lot in adopting whatever knowledge I have taken from my master to absorb it inside me. So first let's understand that what is the difference between studying something, making it your life, and just reading something. Often we read a lot of books, keep reading one after the other. But if someone asks that, have you really absorbed in yourself and adopted any of those books? So usually very few of them are such that we are able to actually implement in our life. And if we keep on doing like this, keep reading one thing after another and apply it in our life, then that knowledge has no purpose. My father always used to teach me the only purpose of knowledge, this transformation knowledge, is to be taken so that we can bring change in ourselves, so that we can bring change. If we are not able to bring change in ourselves by taking knowledge, then we are taking that knowledge just for intellectual stimulation. It is not making us better and better. So this is all very important for us to learn, that there is big difference between simply reading a book and living a book. If we learn how to live a book, not read a book, everybody knows how to read a book, but if we learn how to live a book, then we can truly benefit from what we are reading. Otherwise, it is an intellectual stimulation we read just for fun. So there is a simple formula which you can adopt, and this is called NRTC. Formula is very simple, you just listen carefully. First of all, when we are studying something, the first thing that we have to do is note that we have to make well organized, clean and detailed notes of whatever we are studying. Listen carefully. Well organized detailed notes. How to become to well organized notes? If you have an old diary lying in which you have made some notes from around the world before, and then you start making notes of your new book in it, that you will ever be able to make it well organized and clean? Not. If you are starting to read about a new subject, you are starting to read about a new book, then try to keep a dedicated diary of it, in which you can make notes of only that book and detailed meaning. Whatever you are studying, make notes in as much detail as you can. See what happens by making notes when you read a sentence. If you read it, you can read it within 3 to 4 seconds. But when you write the same sentence, i.e. make notes of it, you take at least 30 seconds to write the same sentence. Meaning, when you are writing to her, now you are thinking more about her, she is churning about her, she is getting inside you. The more time you spend on each sentence, the more it will go in. So making notes is of great benefit. Another big advantage: take your mother, read 5 pages. The relevant things you found were not the whole 5 pages for your life. Maybe 1 page was relevant to you, whether you want to draw diagrams in notes, create flowcharts, create photos, do whatever you can to make it more easily understandable for yourself. So your notes don't have to be boring, they can be very interesting. Also, you can make diagrams and tables and whatever you want. Enjoy it. Note making process. Go. If you want to use different colors, then use different color pens. I would like to say one more thing about notes. Sometimes some people like me, it happens that we prefer to make notes on computer, and on the other hand some people like more in diary. Then you can use any path which suits more for you in diary, or can also be made in laptop computer. There are many note-taking applications, like there is an application called Evernote which I personally use. In that application you can create notebooks, virtual notebooks. In each of the notebooks I can write individual notes, just like you can bold, underline, color in physical notebook. Similarly, you can bold, underline, color in Evernote. I like to make digital notes more, because if I can't find my notebook, then I can type notes immediately, and the note I wrote 2 years ago will open immediately, so I can see everything at a click of button. I don't have to search and search in old physical notebooks, so you can choose any path. You can either make notes in physical diaries and notebooks, or you can use digital note-taking platforms. Second step of NRTC formula is R meaning. What is the meaning of realization? When you make notes, you are writing those things in your own words which the author said, but when you are writing the realization, you are not writing the things that the author said. You have to write those things which are yours. Come to mind when the author said that thing. Suppose you are reading a book about health and told you the principle of a new health. I have remembered one more thing earlier and it was related to your life. Then that author did not say, but a realization came to your mind. You thought related to that learning. You can also write to it. Realization can be your ideas. They can be past experiences, they can be stories, they could be real life situations that you have experienced or are experiencing. They can be anything in your experience of life. Words number 3 is transformation. So you wrote realizations to make notes, but what changes will you bring in your life? What is your transformation script regarding all these learnings? You may have written in bullet points. May you want to write in paragraph. Maybe your transformation may be very small. Your transformation may be such that it takes months to adopt it. But whatever it is, you write it down and then keep checking that you are getting your transformation that weekend by writing it. Forgot last. This CC means churning, means like when we read so many books inside knowledge until we take it out from inside, then it will not be churned. If you have to take something well inside yourself, then how to take it out too? I have to get out by teaching the same thing to someone else and talking to someone else about that thing. So whenever I am reading a book, I find a study buddy who is interested in the subject, and whatever I study, I try that whatever I studied, summarize them together for 3 days and transfer them, because if you speak something, you are not just teaching them whatever you are listening to from you, but when you teach something, that thing is going deeper inside you too. So that is called churning. Be it anyone in your family or your friend circle, find any one person and keep recite them. It doesn't have to be perfect. It is not important. You have to tell the thing which you have learned, not whatever your main realization and learning. You share with them, and this will make a big difference. So that's NRTC, and that is the difference. You have read a lot of books, but when you read with this formula, so it will be more likely to really go deep inside you and become part of life rather than go from one ear and come out from other ear. And NRTC is something that you do not just on books, but you're consuming any knowledge you can apply to everything. Whether it is a 5 a.m. challenge, whether it is a new video, whether it is a podcast, whether it is a lecture, or any life's learning, when you will apply NRTC, learning will go deep inside you. So this thing will help me a lot in my life, and I hope that it helps you also. Thank you.